Welcome to this collective reading. I am a tarot and oracle reader. This is the Channeling Gals channel. So if you want to take a guess, it's about channeling. From what? The divine. Oh, yeah. And where is that? Within you. Oh, I'm going in. I'm going hard, going deep to the center of your core. That's right, baby. Welcome. You are accepted as you are, and nothing less than. You might see a tear dripping on my cheek. That is my love for you. That's right, my love for you. Because you need to know that if you have not been told, you being yourself is exactly who you need to be in order to receive what it is you desire in life, what it is you want to have happen in the future. The more you realize it within yourself in the present, the more you accept what it is that you are currently denying yourself, even the truth of, being released of, being free of, and being replaced again with peace. Because when you were born of peace. Now, whoever you were born from, and their embodiment, yes, they do have different ties to you, to your identity, to your understanding of yourself. There is something, though, of releasing a lot of ties of how you were conditioned as a child right now that is very much so helping you realize who you are even more now. In times where in the past you were denied being accepted, being yourself, being accepted, expressing yourself, you now can do that for yourself. You now can accept yourself, express yourself in a way that you wanted to. If you need someone to tell you, give you permission, I'll give you permission. I mean, it's not like me, you give yourself permission though. Like, I'll say it. I'll be the one to say it. I give you permission to express yourself in the way that you want to right now. Right now. Okay. Let's get into it, because also I have some important messages. Beep, 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 beep. Yes, they came in overnight. They were like, it's like that Amazon Prime overnight shipping or something, same day shipping. Like, whoa, that's really cool. So those who watch you are being watched. Okay, that's the first thing that you need to understand. And I'm getting that the ones that are watching you in terms of your authenticity. Ooh, I don't know if you heard that, but there was a blue jay that's being really territorial right now. Okay, so this is like honing in on something that maybe is a reason why it's hard for you to accept yourself or for you to express yourself, because you feel eyes watching you, and know that those eyes, it has nothing to do with you. It is not of your matter. That is of the concern. It is the matter of the eyes. So if someone else is watching you, how they see you is how they see themselves. It is a mere reflection of their own identity, of their own understanding of their identity. And you, when it comes to you and your own identity, I'm getting that there's something about releasing, even caring about outside of you in terms of others' opinions. Whether someone watches you be yourself or not, it's you being yourself that is what you need to be concerned of. And I'm getting something of being yourself is uncomfortable. Okay? It's unfamiliar. It's like bringing up fear, a lot of fear-based beliefs about yourself. And know that those fear-based beliefs, because I really want to cry, is coming from some kind of discipline that you had from others who raised you, who were your guardians, your parents, who were older than you, showing you how life is, like how you're supposed to be, you know, trying to confine your individuality. And know that I'm getting that it's from some kind of way to protect the youth. You know, it's like a passed down way of protection, but really it's like heeding the child's understanding that the child is stronger within themselves than the parent, the guardian gives them credit for. And so it's kind of like in the past you were denied seeing the strength within yourself because I'm getting you were halted in terms of doing different things that would have grown you and your authenticity, and you're halted because of the fear of another, and that fear was them being worried that your life would be less than if you chose to do those opportunities. So now that you're at a more well-defined stage of yourself, because yes, you are so much more defined. And honestly, though, I'm getting that there's something about really going in on shadow work right now will reveal a lot of identity, like missing information, if you will, of who you are in terms of your authentic identity, in terms of you before all of the conditioning. Like, I don't know, even in the womb, like when you started to form in the physical of creation, your identity, your existence also started to mold in terms of this physical creation. I don't know how else to describe it, because your existence, okay, you have a lot of information within you that's tapped into and tuned into the past of creation as well. So you actually are, I know it's going to be like, what? But like you living right now, the deja vu, the different, like it feels within you so familiar, like you've done it before, experienced it before, because you have. So I'm getting that there's something about the more that you clear out and release the past conditioning of this existence, you growing in this life, experiencing the conditioning you experienced in this life, the more you release it of what is not yours, the more you're able to accept the peace of your entire existence, the intelligence within your understanding of life through your existence. Okay, you have so much tapped in, tuned in existence of intelligence that helps you understand how to get to the desires, the dreams that is true for you to achieve. All right, because yes, dreams, when you start, and goals, when you start and you finish them, even, they're going to look so much different than when you started. But there's something about how it's like, I don't know how to say this. Like, it's like you sticking with some kind of vision to the very end. And it's something about before, because it's like before this video, I'm getting the way that you saw the end was very much so connected to the beginning in terms of like past, where you came from. You know, your dream, like it was birthed from the pain of the past, and then like the goal was birthed from like being sacrificed, and you're like looking at the future and you're like desperate to get out of the sacrifice and into the thriving, that you would like do whatever it cost. And there's something about how now it's like the more you realize how precious and how like honor, like something of you honoring and having that discernment of honoring your authenticity is allowing you to have those dreams happen. Yes, they're different, but it's like they're in the embodiment, or like you're in the embodiment that fits with those dreams like that, like authentically. Yeah, because it's kind of like even you visualizing at the very beginning of these dreams and goals, and these are big, like years in the making. There's something about how the details from then to now change up even your way of looking at what do you really want now. Yeah. Okay. I love that. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, the more peace you accept in the present place, the more free of pain it replaces. All right, so think of it. You, that's the other thing is like when you release, you're like, I'm going to be without. And let me just say, you're never without. You are exactly whole as you need to be in the very minute that you are in the very moment that you're in the very current place and time. So you're like freaking out. You're going to be like, I'm without. You know, you're releasing the past. You're accepting. You're like, you know, rejection is for my protection. Okay. Oh my gosh. And then you're like, and so now once you accept it, you have to feel it. Ooh, feel that denied truth that you're like, all right, it's still here. So you accept it, you feel it, and there's so many different ways that you can like feel it, okay? But I'll give you a couple of personal favorites for me. I love envisioning that this feeling is like another version of me, I guess. And it's coming into my home and it's welcome. It sits on the couch. I listen to it. I hear it out, right? And then it gets up when it like talks all its talk, expresses its expression, right? And so that's like the key thing is like allowing that feeling to be expressed in the present moment, in the current moment, in a place where you are accepting it. You're not denying it. You're not giving it more fear, right? Instead, you're allowing it space, a place of love to be heard, to be seen as equal as you. So there's something of like allowing it to come up. You know, when it's ready, it leaves your place and it's gone. It's free. Another way I like to envision is tiny butterflies, you know, fluttering off of me, and that is the feeling that comes when you have to like when you accept the truth, when you accept what has happened, because it's something of accepting the past, accepting the pain of the past, and finding a way to release it that's allowing you to replace peace within yourself of like, okay, this is where life is right now. Okay. And there's something about it's not going to actually be satisfying. Like it's going to be disappointing because you're trying to work towards this goal. And this is why the goal hasn't happened yet, because you need to accept these different parts of your past. Accepting the pain of the past allows the goals of the future to really start to manifest and materialize in the now. When you get to that acceptance stage, let me tell you, all right, it takes a very, very practice, all right? It takes a master to get to this point. And there's something about you've always been a master, right? But others have denied you seeing that within yourself based off of the gossip, based off of the objectifying, the alienating, trying to make you feel less than because you're accepting yourself. It's very interesting because like it's like you accept yourself, and the people who don't accept yourself are the ones who gossip about you, are the ones who talk behind your back. And it's something of, you know, who these people are. And it's something of allowing yourself to not deny the truth also, of feeling like they're your friends. They're not your friends. All right. If anything, what you would be getting out of it is going to be the whole less than, because that is the energy that they're in. So until they change, right? That's what you're going to receive. Instead of that $1 million, you're going to receive like change, like pocket change from people. So it's kind of also like have to take the responsibility into your hands of who is it that you're really allowing yourself to be influenced by. Taking a step back and saying and observing more than anything. The key difference between judging and observing is you're not tying your identity to whatever it is that you're looking at. When you judge, you tie your identity to that situation, that person. When you judge, you're saying to the world, I know more than you. And let me just say, it is like a really ingrained pattern of members of our society to judge one another. Like it's like a competitor mindset. That's the other thing that was kind of really being channeled, was this whole, and is still happening, a competitor mindset within yourself of like living life to get to the top. To reach to the top, you have to compete with others. Instead, there's something of releasing that competitor mindset and instead welcoming in acceptance of all existence whatsoever. Period, point blank. If you breathe, if you live, if there's something of existence within you, it's something even of like inanimate objects, like your house, okay, your desk, things like that. That is creation too, where it's coming from some kind of inspirational idea of bettering for the future. And so when you're able to honor all of creation, you're able to honor even like the future. And so it's something of getting like, it's like you're able to focus more on the betterment of the future and less on the bitterment of the future. There's bitter of the future and there's better of the future. There's something of allowing yourself to accept the bitter of the past in order to find space, like accept the bitter of the past, release the bitter, and then replace it with peace for better to be replaced. And it will take time too. It's a plant, okay? Period, point blank, people. Ideas are seeds, yes, but the action is like every day you go and care for the garden. You tend to the weeds. You water the plants. You spot if a plant isn't doing so well. So there's a lot of care when it comes to the day-to-day activity, wind and grind, that does help in terms of, you know, when harvest time comes around, because eventually there will be a time where you will be, reaping your woes is the term. So it's kind of like if you don't have a lot of woes, you know, if you're really satisfied with your life, then where's the woes? There is no woes. It's like, whoa, yeah. Oh my God. Okay. All right. As humans, easy to feel less than authentically. Release the exact matter of feeling less than, knowing it will instantly be replaced with peace of mind / matter. Like, really, yeah. So, like, if you're able to release denying what is up right now in the current moment, the more that you will find peace within your present state of being. I love that. You know what I mean? Like those simple, like, I'm like, that's so good. I need to tattoo it on me. Y'all, have I not? I don't know if I really share this a lot about, but I literally tattoo quotes on my body, like in like different symbols and stuff. Like, anyone else do it? Because I love being able to like take different quotes and different images that really resonate with me. And I kid you not, when I first got these tattoos, like I was like 18 or something, for the 2 on my like forearms. And when I got them, they had a different meaning. I was like, oh yeah, I like him because of this. And then later on, I went through a lot of different trauma that like made me realize life in so many different ways. And now I see on my arm like the quote, and it reminds me in a different way. So there's something about like, it's something of, it's really scary. I'm getting to accept, like, it's really intimidating to accept what's up in life right now. But it's like, that's what life's waiting for you to do. But know that it's totally okay if, like, you're really scared of accepting, if you're really intimidated. Because I'm getting that that's what the day-to-day working with yourself on in terms of getting familiar with just the mere feeling of intimidation. And there's something about, I'm getting like, even appreciating the energy of intimidation also helps you see it within yourself, because it's like you're so scared of intimidation, and it's fine to be scared, okay? Like, I accept you as you are. If you are scared, I accept you, okay? Like, I absolutely, I in my way of also going through being scared of intimidation because of trauma, right? It's totally understandable. It's totally like reasonable. It, like, no matter what you feel, it is perfectly understandable, okay? Even if others around you are being like, what are you trying to confuse you, trying to be, the point is how you feel is how you feel. And it's not about explaining to others why you feel this way. More than anything, it is about accepting how you feel within yourself and not needing to look to others to like give yourself the credit of like, yes, it is okay for you to feel this. Because it's like this interesting, the intimidation is being birthed within you. It is being rooted, its roots come from you. And it's about different past beliefs of thinking that life was going to really like destroy you to a point where you don't exist. And it's not. You are still here. You are still existing. And I'm here to really help revive the warrior within you. The spiritual, like the within the very depths of your existence, so deep within who you are, that it reminds you of who you are before they said all those things that made you feel small. I'm here to remind you that your voice matters, that you are like to speak up more than anything, to allow yourself to honor your place in the current moment. And it's something of honoring even the fear that comes from recognizing like this feeling of intimidation, right? That is you honoring your place in the moment. And I'm getting something of recognizing within yourself, not telling anyone. You know, it's like you spot something within yourself, you're like starting to feel queasy, and specifically your solar plexus chakra. I'm getting like your stomach. It's like you feel like a weird feeling in your gut, in your stomach, you know, a queasiness. It's getting like your third eye and your crown chakra. Okay, those two chakras are sending you signals that there's something of you being influenced of a certain matter that's tying your identity to something that is not you. It's like coming some kind of belief that's like not you, that you're believing in. And this is also rooted in terms of your understanding of your own self-worth. Okay. So multimillionaire, warrior spirit, rising from the ashes of once you came into where you are. You are strong, you are capable, you are courageous, you are a leader for those who also want to be authentic, who want to see someone stand up for themselves. You are that. Yes, you are. I'm here to say that. Now, let's confirm it. Ooh. Now the cards come out. I love the cards. Anyone else loving cards? Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes. Adult. Yeah, it's just kind of like something of a very interesting new way of handling your emotions, where before the adults that you were raised by were not able to handle their emotions. Like it's like an intimidation. Like you're handling this type of intimidating embodiment in a way where it's like you can calm it down. And it's something about like the way that you calm down this intimidation starts from yourself by recognizing more than anything that that's what you're dealing with is outside intimidating matter trying to push you out of your own vehicle and being like, no, this is my life. Let me show you what it's like to take back over my life, because I did it once, I can do it again. And I'm going to show you by all the hard work and the dedication, okay, of going within. Y'all, what is this? Tell me, can you? I'll tell you. Okay. So the Hermit, the card of going within, of searching in terms of your own reflection in the present moment. You see, we do a lot of different things when we grow up. We act in a different way. We behave in a different way. We are influenced and conditioned in a different way. What changes us? It's the consistent, daily influencing reminders of some kind of intimidating outside matter that is saying, this is how you need to live life because I know better than you on how to live your life. And you're like, no. See, that's what the intimidating matter is someone who is so much entitled in their own way of thinking. Interestingly enough, the ego, like their ego is like very much so writing that, because it's like the intimidators have learned different ways to play the game of life is a competition, and being yourself is only going to make your life worse, is only going to make people not like you. When in reality, being yourself will help people who really like you, and also who don't like you, not like you, and show that they don't like you. The intimidating matter I'm getting is people who don't like you when you are trying to express your authentic self. And they are also people who are so much in denial that they have the belief that they are so entitled that they know more about life than you in terms of living life for you. No, thank you. All right? I might have talked a little fast. Let me slow it down. Like, strength, Wheel of Fortune. What are you going to do when it comes to spotting intimidating energy from others energy they are trying to give to you? All right, the intimidation is the lion. All right, the others intimidating energy is the lion, my friends. You are the person caressing the lion. You are the one in control. Why? Because you are you. Okay, your embodiment is where this is all happening. It's happening all within you. Okay, it's so we're gonna open our mind on this, on the understanding of energetic exchange, you know, and the boundaries that have to come into play when it comes to understanding what's at play. Mm? Yeah, I'm really getting like gossip, this really interesting energy of gossip, because it's something of you're really tuned into it to a point where like you're being talked about in terms of like someone what did I call I what is it? Oh, insecure gossip. Gossip of someone else's insecurities. This is gossip where it's like you're talked bad about, but in reality, like if you really look in terms of the truth of reality, the person is talking about their own insecurities. So it's like what they point out in terms of what is like a bad opinion about you is really what they think within them or how they see themselves in terms of the bad opinion. So it's kind of like, interestingly enough, like a manipulation tactic where it's like trying to, again, compete with you when you're just literally living life authentically. So it is something of the more that you live your life authentically, the more you can spot when it is that it's like lies about you. And it's like, okay, obviously that's just not something I need. That's when you can put those boundaries up, release those like thoughts that come through of like you feeling insecure. Imagine like you're walking down the street, right? You're feeling really good, you're listening to some good tunes, and then all of a sudden you get this weird thought of like, wow, do I look ugly today? Or like, is my hair looking weird today? Or like, it's like this really insecure, and it's more so of a physical way of you looking, like, do I have boogers in my nose? Something like that. And it's something of you are literally listening to the gossip of others that is like spying on you. Come on, that's so cool. Like you've really tapped into something where it's like you can, and the thing is, okay, because now you're like, okay, now what do I do with this BS, right? Make it, compost it, okay, into abundance and prosperity for you. Transmute that. How do you transmute it? I'm so glad you asked. Okay. So this is where it kind of comes into play of being present in the moment, aware of what you're embodying. So I'll just tell you how I do it, and then I'll like try to explain as well, because like really it's based off of experience. You're just gonna have to like kind of jump in. No, you're going to like swim to the side if you can't, like ultimately if you can't really hold yourself above water, there will be a life vest around, or you'll have a life vest on you, okay? It's your breath, okay? Hands down, works with anyone. Your breath is a way to ground your embodiment back down, all right? Because when you be receiving these like sentences of insecurity, when you be receiving these telepathic messages, all right, you be up in the air. And it's something of, due to your past being so severe, yeah, I'm getting that parts of your soul had to kind of go away for the safety of like getting through it, surviving it. And now it's like you have this ability to leave, if you will, to astral project or whatever. But you also are learning the discernment of coming back down and realizing that you might be reacting from some kind of embodiment that's not even yours. Like it's like this tapped in of rage I'm getting, the intimidation, because it's something of like the intimidating embodiment of others that you start to like feel. It's like that insecure thoughts that you telepathically feel then start, like it's like that's intimidating matter. And so that taps into you feeling like you have to defend yourself, protect yourself. And you're like, why? I don't see anyone around me. No one's coming at me physically. Why am I needing to be scared? And the thing is it's not to understand, it is to release. It's it's something so beyond your understanding right now in the moment of your life, because you will understand it in the future. It's just not the right time for you to understand it, right? So I'm getting that these matters that are really hard for you to let go of, it's something of needing to just come to terms with, it's just not the right time for you to understand logically, because I'm getting that the rest of outside needs to catch up to where you are inside within how you see life. And this frustration is the tug and pull of in terms of life, you're very future forward. Like you're kind of where we're needing to be in society. And it's like you're a leader for those now, where in the future they will be. And it's really like the intimidating matter that like sparks you in terms of making you feel defensive, especially like the gossip, like you walking down and no one's like in your face and it's not like an immediate danger. I'm getting that's the thing to practice, of releasing, of grounding back into your own embodiment, your authenticity. It's like something of like, it's a familiar, safe place, embodiment that you know, that you trust. Because I'm getting like, I'm trying to describe, but it's just like, it's like some kind of inner knowing that comes from you. Okay. And then releasing the matter that you're like, this is too much for me to handle right now. And you're like, and you release it to your spirit team, to the support on the other side. And then you come back into your embodiment, your authenticity, who you need to be in the very moment of when you're doing all of this. The Empress on the bottom. Oof, like definitely getting that Empress familiar vibe of like, it's really hard though to accept when things are really painful, but it's kind of like that's what you are learning to really appreciate and love, is the pain within yourself, finding the beauty of it. And it's like finding the beauty of you, because I know you want to change yourself. Like you want to, in terms of how you look on the outside, you feel like you're not enough for someone else to like see the beauty of you, but like you are so beautiful. Like I know you might be like looking at me and you're like, wow, you're really beautiful, but like how you see me is how you see yourself. I'm like gonna cry. Knight of Pentacles. Like, okay. How you see yourself. How you see yourself. All right? How you see yourself. And it's something also of like, how you see others is how you see yourself. How others see you is how they see themselves. But it's never another person like knows how to live life for someone else more than whoever it is they're trying to like dogmatically control. Like, no, you are not a god, a goddess. You are not some immortal being. You are someone who's going to die just the same as me, just the same as I. So what gives you any right to control another's life when you don't even have your life under control? Back off and sit down and go back to the shadow work. Understand? Like, it's that kind of like, no, you're not going to take control of this ship. I've had that enough. Like, it's like you're standing up for yourself. And it's something of speaking up on the uncomfortability in terms of what you've had to get used to from the ignorances of others that were the guardians, that were the parents that needed to look at their own behaviors and denied their own behaviors, denied the truth, and blamed you. Can you believe that? They blamed you for their own truth. And this is time you're standing up and you're like, I'm going to change that energy. I'm going to transmute that within you. Okay, you are like the transmutation. You are the transmutator, the alchemist. Like, it's like an alchemist, you know, someone who changes some form from one thing to another. You're changing one form of the intimidation of others, and you're like unleashing your own form of intimidation, which helps people realize who you are. Sit down now, will you? Because y'all, this is like you really do see in terms of, I'm getting, because this is like your local community, I'm getting like you are going to be someone who is a very important voice for those who have a hard time speaking up because they've been, I'm getting purgatoried. I don't know what that word. I know it's something of like you're being punished and disciplined for a reason that doesn't even make sense. Like it's from an egoic reason of another that comes from someone of nepotism, someone who hasn't had to go through the depths of hell that you went through. Like someone who isn't as scarred as you are of life. Something of that, like that kind of person who they've had so many experiences of like the getting the win out of the situation, and also thinking that it's like a competition. It's kind of like, yeah, okay, that's what it is. The people who really like gossip about you, the people who really try to bring you down, especially in the moment, they're choosing to compete with you in a game that's not even being played, like it's never been played. And it's something of you understanding this and saying, wait a minute, I'm not playing in that game. I'm not choosing to compete in life anymore in terms of just existing. No, I'm here to accept all of existence, and I accept that you want to compete with me. I'm not about it. I'm releasing this energy. Off you go. You are in control. Like literally, this is you, King of Cups, man. Nice. I love allowing yourself to understand. Now's the time to speak up. And when you speak up, oh, do they hear it? They can't help but hear it. It's like a tornado siren. And when you speak up, oh boy, do those throat chakras of everyone else gets aligned a bit more authentically. Because also imagine in terms of the way you speak. Okay, here's the thing. If you're someone who chooses to speak authentically, you're choosing to break the pattern of speaking inauthentically, right? If everyone speaks inauthentically, it's going to continue. But if there is one person that makes the choice, all right, we had it a while ago. Hold on, I want to show you guys. I want to show y'all. Here we go. If someone, and this is it, choose, all right, choose to change, okay? If you choose to speak authentically, you are choosing to break that pattern, choosing to break that generational curse, whatever it is, the karmic curse. You're choosing to be different so that your future is better and not bitter. You will get that intimidation coming in because you are new. You are like kind of the fresh meat. And guess what? What's better than eating old meat? Fresh meat. And you know what? You're delicious, right? So when you speak up, you're also going to be noticed by others in terms of you being authentically true. And so the ones who have gotten away with being able to compete with others in life and get, the win, right? The more that you're authentic, the more that they will have that, their choice of denying the truth, because if you're choosing to compete in life, you are actually choosing to be less authentic. The more authentic you are, the more life is win-win situation, the more you realize that competition is actually making your life more miserable. It's making you more sacrifice things that are more authentic for you, right? So you're allowing these people who are inauthentic to realize, wait a minute, I don't have to compete in life. Like, wait a minute, I can change and it can be better. Yes. Yeah. Because it is like elders, when they see youth being different, they're always like, oh, you're being bad. Oh, you're a rebel. Oh, you're a villain. In reality, the youth is the future elders. And the elders right now are going to be dead. That's just how life works. And so it's something of even, because I am getting, like, it's like this in terms of spiritual do, like spiritual, was it WARFARE? All right. In terms of that, I'm also getting that youth versus ego, or youth versus elder. Like, it's like that competitorness of like whose voice is most prominent, whose voice matters the most. And it's all of our voices. It's all elders. It's all youth. It's all adults. It's all every single frequency, vibration of existence is literally as equal of matter as the next. And it's something of realizing and honoring this and releasing what before you were told in terms of who's better, what's better for you. What is better for you is to just be you. We have death and we have the Knight of Cups. So definitely some kind of like transformation. Like, death is the ultimate. You have definitely gone through some kind of epiphany. Like, there is more opportunities if you're able to think and act and be with life in terms of it just being win-win for all. If you breathe, if you exist, you are of equal importance. Your voice matters just the same as mine. Your perspective is just the same as mine. And it's something of, we've gotten into this very interesting pattern of fighting for a place to have our perspective be heard and seen. What if we can do that within ourselves? What if we can see our own perspective? What if we do that first within ourselves? And then once you accept yourself, it's so much easier to accept another. Wow. Who knew? I forgot. I mean, gosh, life goes, there's so much that happens every single day. Of course we're going to forget. Of course, But it's not something that you will always, ultimately you'll forget. No, it's within you. It's like riding a bike, muscle memory, y'all. It is, though, that daily discerning, letting go, releasing what isn't yours, and renewing with more of you authentically that helps you get to that point of like harmony and balance. Beep. The ultimate card of inner judgment and outer judgment. It's kind of like how you act with the outer matter is also a very interesting signal of what's up in terms of the inner judgment of yourself. And in terms of maybe, I just want to get it in the box. I have the grid on my phone. I'm filming on my iPhone. I know this is not important, but like, this is what I'm doing, y'all. It's something of like literally like, oh, yeah, oh, okay. So it's like you're judging matter that's silly in terms of it like being a serious judge or like a serious court case, if you will, but it's not. It's not a serious court case, okay? It's like, oh. But there's something about also understanding the serious court cases of like you to yourself, judging yourself. It's like you're judging outside matter more seriously than judging your inside matter. You're like, the inside matter is silly and the outside matter is serious. But in reality, I'm getting that the outside matter is silly and the inside matter is serious. So if you take your inside matter serious, then your outside matter will be less serious and more silly. There we go. You're welcome. I don't know. Ton of swords in reverse. Like, all those swords are dropped because of gravity. Because what happens with gravity? I don't know, stuff falls. Make it fall. Oh, you drop that microphone. After you say what you need to say, drop it. And if you need someone to... I love saying things in a way where it's like silence, crickets. Like, yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna say this and I'll probably head out. But if there is someone, like you're talking with someone, you know, in real life, day to day, whatever, and it's like a conversation that's more of a small talk matter, and it's not going so well, and you're like feeling really like insecure, and you're like, man, I'm really not good at conversing or having conversations. Like, people find me really awkward, all that stuff, okay? And it's from the action of whoever it is that you're like talking to. So let me take a step back, and it's like, imagine that you're like having a conversation with someone that you like, maybe an acquaintance. I'm getting someone who isn't so familiar as a friend, but still knows a little of your backstory, right? And it's like, obviously they're acting very emotionally driven in a way where it's like an emotion where it's going to make you feel insecure, like an insecure emotion. So here's the thing of like understanding, because this person, when they're talking with you and what you receive is like insecurity about yourself, you're literally like exchanging authentic matter and matter that's like fake and silly, and like matter that's theirs, a serious matter of theirs, but not for you. So it's something of these conversations you've had in the past really have made you feel that you're very awkward, that you're very much so alone, and that you don't fit in. In reality, though, the way you are is actually more of what people want in terms of fitting in themselves. And what you receive is, how would I say this? It's like being part of a society that doesn't realize the way as individuals that we are in terms of creating this type of ingrained behavioral exchange of pattern, like of communication, really. Because it's like you're communicating with someone, right? But when you communicate, what you get out of it is insecurity and matter that you feel less than about your authentic self. And so the key thing is to realize that in that exchange, it's best to release it and let go of it, because it's silly matter. It's like silly string, right? And you're like, whatever. Because it's really easy for that silly matter to like hook on you. Like, it's silly string. Have you ever had silly string be shot at you? Like, that stuff gets everywhere. It's so fun, but it's a mess cleaning up, okay? That's like that. Like, that kind of conversation is more so for you to recognize you don't want this energy, and it is absolutely within your divine right, within your right of existence, to let it go and not be tied to it, and to give it back to that person, because they absolutely need to do something with that and not give it to someone else. Hands down, clean up your own matter. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So that's like kind of what's happening. I'm getting is just such a very interesting, it's like this boundary is being really formed and strengthened around the the small talk conversations right now that you're having, and how it's like more of observing how it interacts with your identity in the moment, and understanding of the releasing and renewing of your authentic identity, your authentic matter. Okay, so that is the video. I feel it. I feel it off. Wow. The weightlessness of being able to say what I need to say. Okay. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate your time and energy and authenticity with me in this very moment in time. What an honor, and what a really cool place that we're in. Know that your existence is exactly what the world needs to see, baby. I can't wait to see you out there. Strutting your stuff down that walkway, that neighborhood walkway, right? You want a sidewalk? You want a catwalk? You the model? You the inspiration? Yes, baby, you are. You the existence of inspiration. Don't forget it. I hope that I can remind you, if you have, I can re-spark that inspirational vibe of just living in this beautiful world of existence. All right, anyway. I'll see you later. Check out the other videos if you want any other guidance. Until next time, peace be with you and peace be within you. Bye.